Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I am out and about on this Saturday morning. I'm headed back home. Had to take my son to work. Well, I didn't have to take him to work. I could have stayed at home, but I chose to so I could keep the car because I got a few errands to run today. But if you have not said it already, let's say it together. Thank you, Jesus, for another day. It is indeed a blessing to be alive. And just please know that. Please live like you know that. And you know, I was just thinking of how God is He's so gracious and He's so merciful, and He places people in our lives to bless us, for such a time as this. And then it just seems like that person, maybe they, go get another opportunity, or they go do something else. But their purpose could have very well been just for you. I think like that, and I believe it is okay to think like that. So I'll give you an example. My current manager, supervisor, she's leaving. She's leaving the company, and she's going to a better opportunity. And so she announced that to everyone and everything. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm not just saying this just to say it. It's not a cliche, none of that. She has really been a blessing to me, and I'm gonna try not to cry, but she has been such a blessing to me. I met with her. Let me go back. So when I've been on this job that I'm at here in Colorado. It's a radiology scheduling job. I've been on this job for a year. It was a year, October the 9th or something. Not 9th, the 2nd, sorry. And, they gave me this nice banner and, telling me how much I was loved there and how much they appreciated me being there, this, that, and the other. And it was such a, they're just so, they're so encouraging there and so motivating, and it's just a blessing. It really is more than a job to me. It is. And I've tried to leave a couple of times. Because of different, not because I didn't like it there, but it was just because of different situations presented themselves. But it's like the Lord wants me to stay there. And so anyway, going back to her, because this is about her. So she, in the interview, I mentioned to her, I said, because let me tell you how it happened. So I was working at State Farm, and I worked there just probably 3 or 4 months. And basically that was a desperado job, because I needed to get a job because we were getting ready to move from that rental house we were in, and I needed to, get some money going or whatever. So I was like, okay, I gotta get me a job. And so anyway, I went on the interview. God always blesses me to get a job really quick. Like, I've never really not, been able to secure a job. Like, it may take a few days, but it's just always, I don't know, it's a suddenly for me with different companies and positions and stuff. But anyway, and that's a blessing. I consider that a blessing. But so going back to how it all happened, so I applied for the job because, and I'm just going to be honest, I like being honest. I couldn't pass the test at State Farm, and I've shared this before, but I'll share it again. And I kept trying to pass it, and, it was a lot of things I did not know. I don't know the Colorado laws, and which I could have learned them, but it was just stressful, to me. And I'm like, anything that God has for you, it's not going to be confusion in it. It's not going to be stressful. It's not going to be a strain. It's going to be simple. It's going to be peaceful, and all of that. So anyway, I was just so, it gotten to the point where my kids, they were like, Mom, we'll help you study so you can pass. And I'm just like, it's just a strain. It was just becoming a strain. I had the part of the people part down pat. I could, the customers would come in there and pay their bill, their claims or their payments on their cars, and for the insurance payments. I had that down pat, the talking to them and the personality thing. But I couldn't get the manager there. She told me, she said, I can't just, she said, no, you have to pass the test. So anyway, I was like, well, okay. So I went into mode where I started looking for me another job, and I told her, I was being honest with her. I said, look, if you can allow me to, I like it here, but I said, I see where I'm not going to be able to stay here, and remain here without passing this test. So, I'm going to have to find me something else. And so she said, yeah, that's fine. So she adjusted my hours, that was favor of God. She adjusted my hours where, I could go on interviews. And so, cause how she did how I was working, it was kind of staggered hours or whatever. But anyway, she made it where I could still go get my daughter she was in her, junior year, and it was the ending of her junior year that year. And so anyway, she was just helping me out with all of that. And so she said, yeah. So she allowed me to go on interviews, and I would use my lunch break to do that. So it was just the favor of God. That's all it was. That's all it was. And so this job that I'm at now, I saw the posting, and I think it was on Indeed, and I was like, that looks interesting. So I always didn't really always look up where the job was located, but of course I would need to know that once I started heading there for the interview. So anyway, I reached out to them, and I applied for the job and all that, and then, like, I can't remember exactly, but it was just maybe, I want to say it was just a few days later after I applied, the lady called me. They gave me a phone interview, and she said, yeah. I said, can you come for an interview on such and such a date? And I was like, yeah, I can come. And so I told my, the lady at State Farm, the manager, and she said, sure. So she allowed me to go, and I went to the interview to this job that I'm at now. And the manager who's leaving, me and her just had it was just a really blessed interview. And she was going on and telling me about, I told her about my late husband, and she was telling me about she had experienced death in her family as well. So, she could relate to that, and I just told her, I said, I'm just being honest. I said, I'm like, you don't gain anything when you got to be trustworthy. And so I told her, I said, my husband has passed away. I'm a widow. I said, I have 4 children. They're big children. I said, but 3 of them live here in Colorado with me. And I said, the younger ones do. And I said, the youngest child, she's still in high school. And I said, it's nobody to get her back and forth to school but me. My son, he has a car, because I had a car then. But I said, but his job does not allow him to do that. So I said, it's just me. And so she said, yeah. She said, we'll be able to help you with that, blah, blah. And so, like I said, we just had a really nice interview, and she was kind of sort of asking me what happened, and I told her we moved here from Tennessee, blah, blah. So I just gave it I laid it all out there, basically my life story from 2021 up until now. And so she, the interview, like I said, and I felt the peace after I left, because I was like, well, how you feel like you feel so sure, but then there's something that's saying, well, I'm not going to feel too sure about it, because, but it's like the Lord had given me peace when I walked out of the interview room and out of her office. And so, but it was just so personable, it didn't seem like I was, I didn't seem like I was just another person she was interviewing, if you will. So anyway, I left there, and the interview went over a little bit because, like I said, she allowed me to talk about what had happened to me and this, that, and the other, and it was just very personable, and the Lord was right there in that room with us. And so she called me, or she didn't call me. They emailed me. I think it was just a few days after that interview. I think it was just a few. I don't even believe it was a week. It was just a few days after. And they said they offered me the job. They offered me the job, and I was so happy, y'all. I was so happy because I sort of felt like I had it. God had given me peace about it, but I also, it's always good to get the confirmation, from God. But I was like, wow, that was quick. And even the lady at State Farm in the office with me, I had told her, she said, I never get jobs that fast. And I said, yeah. I said, well, it's all God, it's all God. It is nothing I did. And so we were just talking and whatever about it. And so, but it was like she was looking at me like, what did you do differently? And I told her, I said, I've always, had favor with jobs. God has always given me that. I sort of got the gift of gab, and I'm saying it in a positive way. I know how to talk and present myself in such a way, and I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth, and I think a lot of people appreciate that honesty. They really do, more than you know. And that's why it's good to be honest. Be honest. Don't be trying to hide stuff. When you going telling people stuff, tell them everything. So when whichever way the cookie crumbles, you gonna still be the winner because you told the truth. So you got nothing to lose. You didn't lose nothing. You gained, really. And so anyway, going back to what I was talking about, the job. So I got the offer letter, and the pay was pretty good. It's substantial, it was pretty good. It was more than what I was making at the State Farm. And then I didn't like the way they were paying. They paid twice a month, 1st and the 15th, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna pay my bills doing this? So anyway, because I'm used to getting paid every 2 weeks or every week. So anyway, it was just a lot of adjustment there anyway, and I'm just like, ugh. So anyway, the Lord lifted me up out of that, and then when I got this job, like I said, I got the offer letter, and I never missed a beat. So I left there on the let's see, it was just basically the pay. I had just gotten paid. I can't remember the dates. I had just gotten paid. Y'all, I turned too soon. I had just gotten paid. No, I turned right. I just gotten paid from State Farm, and then the Lord allowed me to have. I had started that next week. At this job. It's like a week. The week later, I started the new job. So never missed, any beat there. Still, the money was flowing, so I was able to pay my bills and everything. And so anyway, I got the job, and so I was so happy, and it was all so new to me. But the 2 other jobs I had gotten here, I was straining trying to figure out how to learn them, and it seemed like my brain just couldn't catch on. But this job, y'all, I caught on so fast. I caught on so quickly. And I'm like, wow, because I was sort of running from the familiar. I had told the lady at State Farm, I said, I just want to do something different. I don't want to go back to radiology, because radiology is what I was doing in Tennessee. That's the job I had for 3 years. But I was trying to get away from that, when I came here. So I worked at a job, I worked at a company, it's called Kaiser Permanente. I worked there in the ENT department. It couldn't click. My brain just couldn't click with that job. For whatever reason, I just couldn't catch on to what to do. And it was scheduling too, but I couldn't catch on to it. And then I let that assignment ended. And then that's when I got the State Farm. I took a break, and then I got to State Farm, and that's where I'm at now, this job, the radiology job. And so anyway, I want to finish this up before I get back to the house. So anyway, I started working there and everything, and they were just super nice. She was allowing me, like I said, to leave, and she said, I was telling her about my daughter, and she said, yeah, they were letting me leave, and I had, if I didn't have PTO time, I could make the time up. I mean, everything just flowed just almost perfectly. And so coming to now, present day, what I wanted to say about her, she has just really been a blessing, y'all. She has, anything, I have had to cry in her face, and, I have my up and down days, and, she said, anytime you want to, just so compassionate. And I know that was God allowing her to be that way for me. I needed that. And more than a manager, she's more than a manager. She was, just someone who understands, truly understand. Not just saying I understand and get out of my face, but she truly understands and understood what I was going through. And you know, just, and then next thing I knew, you know, she I mean, I came back from taking my daughter, my baby girl, to college, to Chicago. And I get back, and one of my coworkers, she says to me, we were just passing, walking through. And, well, no, let me go back, because I don't want to miss anything. So, when I came back to, from taking my daughter to college, it was presented to me that I would be, or they had asked me, you know, would you like to do a different job? And I said, my manager asked me that, the lady who's leaving. And I said, yeah, I would like to do that. And because what they do, they give you a test, and I passed the test. So it's like sort of like to level up. So if you pass the test, you get to, you know, you're considered another level. So now I'm considered a level 2, and I forget how many levels it is, but I'm considered a level 2. So I've leveled up, and so now I have the ability to function in a different job capacity. And, you know, I can do another job now. I qualify to do another job, basically. So anyway, my manager, she spoke with me when I came back, and she said, would you be interested in, you know, doing this job right here? And I said, yeah. I said, that's fine. And she said, okay. She said, well, I'm going to let them know, the people who are going to be training you know. And so then, like a few days later, after that, right here, I'm turning around, y'all. I'm trying to waste time to talk before I go to the house, because I gotta get ready to come back out again. But anyway, she said I'm gonna let the ladies know who are gonna be training you, so they can be prepared, and let them know that you are on board, you know, for training. That's okay, that's fine. So one of the ladies, she said, she told me, she said, she was teasing me, she said, you ready to train with us? And I said, yeah. And I'm just gonna be honest, at first I had a little pushback on it, because I was like, I don't know if I want to, you know, I don't know if I want to I was thinking in my mind, you know how the enemy comes in, I don't know if I really want to learn something new. I don't think I want to do that job, because I've been hearing different things about it or whatever, and for some reason I thought it was just really a hard, difficult task to do, and it's not. But again, you know, the enemy was playing in my ear and trying to get me to not take this new opportunity that was coming my way. And so the Lord had me, and he said, go forth and be great in me. And so I went. I told her, the lady, when she said that, she said, has the manager talked to you about it? And I said, yeah, she have. But I was just kind of shrugging it off, like, I don't really want to do that. You know, in my mind, I was like, And so next thing I know, I came in the office, whatever day that was. It was like a few days later, and they messaged me through the IM thing we have, and they said, come on, we're gonna train you. And I trained for like 2 or 3 days, and now I'm flying on my own now. So anyway, again, you know, whatever God has for you is for you, and the devil can't stop it. Can't nobody stop it. It's yours for the taking. He has it for you. And you know, I think back about how even just being here in Colorado, you know, I've had some ups and downs and turnarounds or whatever, but God has always been with me, and I know he's going to continue to be with me. You know, I haven't made the best decisions on a lot of things, but God got me. He got me and my children, and the best is still yet to come, y'all. It's still yet to come. But I wanted to share this video because this lady has been such a blessing. She's been such a blessing to me in more ways than I think she even knows. You know, I told her, but I don't think she can fathom how much she's blessed me. Because I told her, I said, you know, in my past jobs, you know, this is unheard of. you know. And that's how I know God gave me favor. That's how I know he gave me favor with this position, because the lady that I live with, she was even encouraging me, and she was like, stop right here so I can finish this video. But she was even encouraging me. She said, I think you should get a work from home job. This was before my son came back, and because I didn't have a car. And she said, I think maybe. And then there was a lady at the church that we attend. She works at this job. It's a hospital. And she said that you need to apply, and it's a work from home job. And I said, yeah. I said, but, and I kept thinking, it just kept playing over in my mind. I'm like, yeah, but, this job has been so nice to me, and they just been there through it all. And then I'm going to go and get another job. Yeah, it'll be a work from home job. But I said, from what I understand, I don't know all the details, but I know you don't work from home right away. You got to build yourself up to that. And, it's not remote right away, because, they got to build up trust in you. They got to build up. I don't work from home before, so I know how it go. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to leave a job that I have all these little perks here. And then I'm going to go to another job that I don't even know, if the pay is going, it ain't even about the money, because God will provide. But it's just like, okay, how is all this going to work out? And then the Lord allowed my son to come back. Because, see, that was before. And I'm like, okay, Lord, okay. And so it's like everything just kind of went in fast. Things start moving real fast. Because it's like the Lord was like, okay, I'm gonna get you where I need you to pay attention here, And suddenly, I got the promotion, because it is a promotion. I got the promotion, and I got, I'm not even no longer in a cubicle. I'm not bragging. I'm showing you how God is working in my life. I'm no longer in a cubicle. I'm in the office now with another lady. And so straight ahead, the cubicle that I was in, the office is like in front of me. Move forward and meet. That's what Jesus told me. So again, a lot of times we have to listen to Jesus. People, some of them have good intentions, some of them don't. And just like God uses people, the devil uses people too. What does he do? He uses people that are close to you. And we're thinking we're making a real good decision. It could be not such a good decision. And we just got to be careful. That's why we got to be in the Word. We got to be mindful. And again, all this stuff, these things right here has happened within the last I'll say in the last month. I'll say in the last month, because my son just came back here. He got back here in Colorado. He's been back now. This will be his first weekend. So he's been back a week now, because he arrived back here last weekend. And so, yeah. And so, then I got the new job. I got that, in maybe 2 weeks before that, I guess 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But anyway, so probably out, the timeline has been a month. We'll just say a month, maybe. But anyway, God is doing great things in your life and in my life. We just got to trust him. And like I said, this is a testimony. It's not bragging. It's not putting myself up on a pedestal. This is about how God will use people to help you to accomplish what he has for you to do in your life. And, we can't do it by ourselves. We can say, well, God is telling me. No, God will place people around you and in your life to bless you, to get you to where you need to be. And again, I could have listened to the lady I live with, and that's why we have to be mindful of what we share with people, because a lot of times, people, they could be wanting one thing for us because they say, well, I think this will help her. But no, that's not what God has for us. So you got to know Jesus for yourself. You got to go to him in prayer. You gotta have a relationship with him. You just have to. You can't depend on nobody else to go to him for you. You got to go to him for yourself. And so, all the stuff that I've been through, it's been all for my good. But you also, you got to go through the bad stuff too, to get to the good stuff sometimes. So, God has great things for us. But this lady, like I said, I hate to see her leave. But at the same time, I'm thankful, because God is moving in her life. She's done what she needed to do in that year's time at this job. So she got to keep going. She got to keep going, and the best is still yet to come. So I'm gonna I want to really do something for her from my just from me, cause I want to try to get her. I'm gonna get her a card, and then try to do it today. I have to do stuff when it's fresh on my mind, and then I'm gonna try to maybe bless her with something. But I just want to I just really want to do something, because she has just really been, she's one of the people that God, I know without a shadow of a doubt, he placed in my life to help me. I know he did, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And the lady I live with, she's the other person. She's another one. So it's people that God will use mightily to accomplish, for what he has for you. And it could be, I got to use this person to help her to get her to this place or this place, whatever. So, I feel like, in a way, the lady who I live with, she's going to get us, we got to do this to get to, our house, the house that God has for us. This is temporary shelter until God is preparing our house for us. So, again, I just got to, I keep saying the word pride. I got to let go and let God. I really do. And one thing this lady I live with, she did tell me, she said, you got to let go. You still holding on. You still holding on to what you want to do. You got to let go and let God move. And I said, yeah, I do. So that's the battle that I'm up against. I want to do stuff, try to do stuff my way. Well, let me do this. Let me call this. Let me call this place. But God is like, if you be still and know that I am God, I'm going to do something beautiful. You can't even, you ain't going to even be able to imagine what I'm going to do. So quit trying to figure me out, young woman. I'm talking about myself. The guy telling me, quit trying to figure me out, because you can't figure me out. Because I'm the Almighty. I'm the Almighty. So there's no way you can figure out you can't even figure out my best plan for your life. You don't even know yourself. So I just wanted to share this, y'all, because God has just been so good. Even in all the midst of all the stuff that we've gone through, even since we've been here in Colorado, and a lot of things, I've done that God has told me not to do, and I still have done those things. We still have to trust the Lord and know that he's doing a great work in our life. And I really want to call my mom and talk with her, but it's a pull with that, because they're just so, still they're on the old pages of my life. But there's nothing wrong with telling your mom that you love them and everything. And we've had some really good talks and everything. And she has a really good heart, but there were a lot of decisions she made, she's made in her life towards me that I didn't really like, after I later found out. And of course, we've all made not good decisions. So that we're guilty. We all guilty of that. We're all guilty of that. So, but anyway, it's just, she's been on my mind, and because she helped my youngest son, while he was there with her for about a month, and I wanted to thank her for that. And it's really been a journey, y'all. It's been a journey, but I know God is gonna bless me. He got something beautiful out of all of this stuff that I'm doing, and mess that, it ain't even mess. It's I gotta go through it. I have to go through it. You gotta go through stuff. I gotta go through stuff. We're not exempt. We gotta go through stuff. It's tests we gotta go through, and challenges we gotta go through. He never said it would be easy, but he said it would be worth it. But I just want to thank the Lord for placing me here in Colorado. I don't want to be anywhere else. Yes, I live with somebody. Yes, I live upstairs in her house. Yes, me and my other 2 children are here. But this is temporary. We just got to go through here. This is the way we got to go through to get to what God has for us. So, I'll wait on the Lord. And I'm going to be honest, at some nights I'm like, Lord, why am I here? We first got here, we had money, we had this, that, and the other. We were thriving. I had my car, I had this, that, and the other. But it's like the Lord has stripped away everything that I thought I had. And he's like, you got to trust me now. You just got to trust me. So, and that's where I'm at. It's some days, I'm going to be honest, some days it's hard. It's hard to trust him. Because when you don't see your way, you can't see a clear path. It's like Lord, I can't even see. My eyes are blurry. But then God will open up. He'll open up things to you, and he'll remind you of, I've brought you this far. You've come this far by faith. So you got to keep trusting me. So I'm thankful, y'all. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for my children. I have such caring, genuine children. You know, they're so caring. That's one thing I can say. Their dad was the same way. They are so caring, and I thank God for that. It ain't, you know, it's so much me and my late husband. It's God. It's the God in them, the God in them. So I pray that you always hear Jesus speaking through me. I got to get in here because I got to get changed, and I got a few errands to run. I'll probably pick you all back up when I go on my errands, but don't have a whole lot to do. I just got to go to the grocery store, get a few things, and I got to go to my favorite place, the Dollar Tree. I got to go pick up the mail, and that's pretty much it. I don't have a lot to it's getting a little cool here. I don't have a lot to do. Again, I miss having a car, and I know God is gonna bless me with a car, but I just, you know, I don't really have. I'm learning. I don't, you know, not to be running around a lot, because my youngest daughter, to be honest, you know, when she was here, they kind of, you know, me and her, she likes to go too, and I like to go, but my oldest daughter, she, you know, she fine with, you know, I'm good. She's chill. But now, since my youngest daughter is in college, I'm like, okay, I really don't have a lot of places to go, because I was, you know, taking them out on Saturday and stuff, but, you know, I don't have to do that anymore. So, you know, just a little running around, but I'm going to try to get back here. I got to pick my son up from work, where he's working. He gets off tonight, so I'll have to pick him up. But anyway, other than that, we're good. But I'm thankful that I have access now to a car, because I did pray for that. And the Lord said, well, I've already answered the prayer. You know, you have a car, your son's car. So I'm thankful for that, y'all. I don't have to have my own car. You know, if I have access to get from A to B, I'm good, you know. And I was just wanting to be released from having to, you know, do the Uber thing. But, you know, if I have to do it, that's okay too. But again, I'm just thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for the blessings of God. And you know, it's just a blessing. You know, I see God's hand in everything that's going on right now, and it don't always feel good, but it's worth it. So again, I'm gonna get in here and do what I need to do, because I got to come back out. It's 9:18 now, so I'm gonna try to leave here about 10 and do what I need to do, and hopefully get back about 1 or so, because like I said, I don't have a lot of things to do. I don't like to be running around when I don't have really anything specifically to do, because you end up spending money that you don't really need to spend. So I'm gonna know for a fact I'm gonna go to the Goodwill. I love going in there. It's so peaceful when I go through there and look at different stuff. And then I'll go there, and then again go to the grocery store and Dollar Tree and get the mail. And that's really the only places I really have to go today. So again, I'll pick you all back up, but if not, I'll be back on here tomorrow. But have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you all for listening. Bye-bye.